What's up, guys? So I recently, and by recently I mean yesterday, I connected with a guy at the time of this video. I connected with a guy yesterday, and it was one of those bizarre, once in a blue moon, you meet someone, and it's like not just a spark. It feels like a match, uh, physically, intellectually, emotionally. Um, by the way, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to evolve. He doesn't even live in Miami. But I felt something in terms of compatibility that is so rare for me. It's so rare that I meet somebody who is a match in every kind of category. And as I was talking to him, it's almost like I was looking for a red flag because it felt too good to be true. And as I had that thought process, my next thought was maybe this is how it's supposed to be, but because of previous dating trauma, I assume something has to go wrong. It felt right, instinct-wise, there was nothing that was off at all. Almost like this anxiety was building up inside of me of like something's gonna go wrong, something has to be wrong. Maybe he's not single, maybe he's lying about this, maybe I'm never gonna hear from him. Of course, I didn't share this with him, but inside there was this dialogue of it felt too good to be true. Because there were no actual red flags, I really came to the conclusion like, wow, I'm projecting previous disappointments onto this situation, which is not good. And then I realized, I'm 31 now at the time of this video, so I've been dating guys for 10 years. A third of my life now I've been exposed to the actual experience of in real life, not just growing up gay, but now as an adult, I have the experience of dating, meeting guys, having connections, and like anything else, right? It's a lot of misses, and then here and there, there's something that feels good, that feels right, that works. But I realized, wow, it's been a decade. And in a decade, I've had so many heartbreaks in terms of the disappointment of somebody's intention is not what you thought it was, or somebody's lying to you, or you thought this person was on the same page but they're really not. And I thought, wow, I'm only 31. I'm not old, but I'm only 31 and I already have this jadedness to dating that I'm potentially now projecting onto this situation. And again, he might end up being a jerk. He might end up indeed not being the right fit, and something might go wrong. But I thought, wow, that's crazy how your previous experiences can so alter the wiring of your optimism. And this relates to something that I realized recently, which is that, and I think this is probably the case for many, if not most, gay people. I realized that any childhood trauma from me was at the hands of straight people, right? Whether it was like bullying or society putting stuff into your head that made you have a complex about your sexuality. This is not something that you're born with. That's something that society projects onto you in terms of expectations of gender roles and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, all the other elements of like, if you grow up being taught that it's wrong to be gay. And so all my childhood stuff, like so many other people, was at the hands of straight people, but I realized all my adult trauma comes from gay men. And the irony of that and the sort of bizarre evolution of that I don't get bullied by straight people anymore. The straight people in my life are really kind to me, really generous, especially the women, I would say. Actually, even the straight men, like whether it's family or friends, the straight people in my life are, I would say, the healthiest emotionally. When I think about gay people in my life, whether it's past friends, whether it's past guys I've had a connection with, my adult trauma in terms of toxic connections, stuff that I allowed, I think, to reach my self-esteem was almost always at the hands of gay people. And so that was kind of a huge epiphany of like, wow, that goes to show you how much trauma, again, I'm using it in quotes because I feel like trauma is a heavy word, but my therapist friend says there's little t trauma and capital T trauma. So I'm saying little t trauma of, stuff that affects your self-image, self-esteem and stuff negatively. how much that could shape then how you treat other people, and in this case, people like you, so other gay people. So I've just been thinking about all these things, and I think the key is, of course, as always, to be mindful, to be aware of it, your learned experiences in the back of your mind to protect yourself if need be, but you also have to go out into the world with a certain level of openness and vulnerability. Otherwise, you just stay in the same place. You don't really grow. Like if you're not open to new things, genuinely open to new things, nothing's going to change, right? And that's the key, right? How do you, after jadedness, after negative experiences, whether with friends, with dating, with family, whatever, how do you continue to stay, you have to choose to stay vulnerable, I think. And of course you use your, kind of your antennas based on first impressions, based on instincts when you meet new people. Like, is this a connection worth investing in and risking your vulnerability for, especially as it pertains to dating? Curious what you guys think about this.